It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the paper. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. Calling the shots at quarterback for a fifth-year dual threat out of Liberty. Here's Malik Willis.
All the ingredients are there for him to have a big game. It's up really to he and his offense now to follow that recipe that so many other teams have against him this year. And really, jumping off to a quality start on the opening series could go a long ways.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 20 carries, over 140 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Achane again. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is a Miami first down.
I don't think we're ever going to get away from the stat line of turnovers and winning that turnover margin being the biggest singular key in the NFL, Kate. But I'll tell you what, when you run for 100 yards plus, you win 70% of the time. They did a week ago with this guy, and he's off to an excellent start.
Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to be good for a Dolphins first down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 1st and 10 now from the 46. They pitch it to Achane. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Willis. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough-ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's 2nd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to be a Dolphins first down. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down carry for Achane. Big gap up the middle. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
A loss of 10 yards.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Here's Thomas on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. It'll be the former Clemson Tiger leading them out. 4th-round pick, 5th quarterback drafted this spring, Brock. It is Cade Klubnik.
Got to take that deep breath as a quarterback here, and you really do, Cade. Have to fight the urge to think you got to do this all by yourself. To try to beat this elite defense with just your arm and your brain. It's going to take everybody. That is, in my experience, the only way you defeat a group this good defensively is your collective has got to be better than theirs.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. It's Marcus Davenport with the tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air on 3rd and long. His first throw is an interception. And the Dolphins have it as he records the first interception of his young career. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. It's Achane on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Working on 2nd down. Willis. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Willis to the air. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They pick up 14 yards on that one. It's going to be 1st down Miami.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
From the red zone now. Flush down now to his left. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Playing with Achane here out of the gun. Cuts right. And he gets home. Touchdown Miami. Devon Achane, the 40th of his NFL career. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around you, and that's to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. The 2nd drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well. After drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate. Every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
From the gun, it's Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they can be the big gains of next week.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll run here. Gibson. And they stop him after about a 5-yard gain. That is good enough for a fresh set of downs.
Jason Marshall on the stop.
So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete. And now it's their down. Now it's Klubnik. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker. In that range, might we see them go for this 4th down? Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead. They'll run for it with Hall. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. And it's his 2nd this game. Looks like he's up to now 9 sacks on the season.
How many times over the course of the season do we see a quarterback like this, Kate, run out of so many sacks? So impressive. He didn't just get him once. That's now twice.
Catch made right side by Bell. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On him in time to alter that throw, and it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down. Willis now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
And he'll make his way through for a pick of a 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's caught. Devon Achane. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Conquer football, but it's jarred out before he can secure it. Ooh, they nearly had a big play there on 3rd down, Brock. But a good defensive effort forces 4th down.
Gonzalez for the Dolphins field goal.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Jets and Cade Klubnik making their return to the field. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Now start this drive with Hall. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They go right back to Hall. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Klubnik, third and short. Has his man. That's their rookie for Morgan. And brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards. First down from the 42. The tight end in motion now. Hall takes it straight ahead. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. All right, here we go. Second down. Looking to throw. Klubnik. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
New York.
Sending a tight end in motion left. The pitch is to Hall. He finds space into the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Here's what I know, Kate. When they go back and look at that play on tape after this game, they're going to see all 11. It took every one of them. Took a good pitch from the quarterback. Don't minimize that. Pitch out in front of them, eyes by that running back down the field, and everybody blocking to create that nice choke run.
And they were able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now it's second and goal from the 1. Hall will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And this is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Klubnik. And the decision pays off. Touchdown, Jets. Adonai Mitchell scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And now we've got a 6-point ball game.
13. Jets 7.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Washington now to return. Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Willis looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Short pass brought in. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first.
7-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down.
Willis to throw it. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Now Willis looking to throw on second down. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he has him almost 30 yards on on a big play. First down coming up. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports app. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Miami.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New York to the line. First and 10. They start the half to get them home. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front. Defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. As he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. To throw, here's Willis. And this is incomplete. Had it for a second, but the hit broke up the catch, and now it's third down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here's Willis. Buying some time right. That pass is caught by Bell. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
17-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believe it, your guy can get there.
Throwing is Willis. Caught just shy of the goal line. Not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Achan. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Couldn't beat him again. He tried. He wanted that 2nd touchdown too, Brock. Couldn't get it.
Yeah, I think a couple things, Kate. I don't think they're going to go away from him over the course of the game. And then that run sets up creative play action down by the goal line. Keep an eye on that.
He'll work against the blitz. Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped to the 14. And that sack's going to add 10 to what they need now on this 3rd and goal.
That's now the 3rd time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
Rolling left, buying some time. He's making a bid for it. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're getting a look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
He's brought down at the 37.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Throwing Klubnik. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Klubnik's going to throw. Good as he was letting that one go. That pass isn't even going to get beyond the line. That is incomplete. And the defense forces 4th down. Punt team on the field.
Formation for the Jets.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And as happy as they were to add 3 points that last series, Brock, a troubling trend seeing just how often they've been settling for field goals, right? Meant to be more of a backup plan than a primary option. Certainly would like to see some of these turn into touchdowns as this game goes on. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Willis. This ball's caught by Tolbert. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make the stop after a gain of about 17. And that is a Miami 1st down.
That's good for the Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Achan up the middle. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
Achan again on 2nd. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the 1st.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his back, Achan. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. So we're through 3 here. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Achan from the pistol. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's Willis to the air. Completed here to Colbert. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Willis. Firing end zone, and this is hauled in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now Willis leading his offense up to go for 2.
The Dolphins.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Got it to 1. He will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Now it's Klubnik. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. And now they're staring down at 3rd and 14. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. They set up a screen here for Hall. A little excitement on that completion, but in the end, not able to challenge for the 1st down. It's 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Desperation time here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Achan, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
He and this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work, and what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
On the give, it's Gordon. And they try to power right forward, but only a couple of yards there. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, going to hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
And he gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Okay, ready? Come back, dude! Come back, dude! Gotta be lying!
Willis now. Headed out right. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jets offense headed back out as we get a look at their next few weeks. They will enjoy that valued bye week in the back half of the season. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. He's going to the air. Klubnik. On the left side finds Sadiq. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And that's going to be first down, Jets.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jets.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Here's Klubnik now. Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. He goes to the hurry up here.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
And before the snap, the officials whistle that play dead. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Jets trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Klubnik. Over the middle, he's got Sadiq. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Number 16.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
A 12-yard gain on the play.
3rd and long for him here. It's caught by Wilson. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Jets first down.
Here's Klubnik from the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Klubnik. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. Getting close, and a hit will force him to that sideline. Not before he picked up 24. And that's going to be good for a Jets first down.
First down, Jets.
Here's Klubnik. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Cooper Jr. First and goal, New York.
From the red zone now. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's home to the ground. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Klubnik from the shotgun. Throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing Klubnik. From the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. Working quickly here.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
Desperation time here. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And they will turn it over on downs. They took every chance they could late, but unsuccessful there. And off the field they go. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Let's start this drive with Achane. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They're going to pass it here. That's completed right side. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.